the eternal essence of a real superwoman. I want to thank you all for your presence in this difficult time. Your support has made grief an easier thing to face. I believe things happen for a reason. If God wanted her by his side, it's because he needed one more angel in heaven. I'm grateful to have had the honor of having this amazing person as my mother. She was, is, and will continue to be my everything, the person I admire the most. We can only say that of very few people, and mommy, more than anyone in my life, deserves those words, because she stood out to be my role model. My mother encouraged me to follow her examples. Now I encourage you to follow your hero's example. I'm standing here in front of you in an attempt to explain what an extraordinary parent, friend, and woman my mother was. Words cannot begin to describe how amazing this person was. I want to give her all the credit I never gave her when I had the chance. She was the pillar of the family, keeping us close together and reminding us to be warm-hearted. Every child should have the opportunity to have this outstanding woman as a parent. Mommy was so sweet and at the same time profoundly committed to her values and principles. My mother was the hardest working person that I have ever met. She cared a lot about her farm and worked very hard at it. She was always helpful and kind towards her staff, which was considered family by her. I could remember as if it was yesterday, the night I was sitting by the side of my mother and suddenly her phone rang. She answered the phone and I could hear the agitated voice of the person speaking while the words came desperately out of the mouth. The person calling was a worker from the farm that told her the following. Miss Julia, my son just suffered an epileptic attack. I think he's gonna die. Please, I need your help. My mother, without thinking it twice, took the car keys and drove for 2 hours on the most solitary and dark road that I have ever seen. When she arrived to the farm, she put the worker's son into the car and took him to the Clínica del Caribe. After that night, I realized my mother cared for the people she was surrounded by as her own sons, and what she did that night is an act of a true superwoman. I never expected to say this, but I'm very happy to follow my mother's steps and work with my family, having her as my guide. The hardest part of all of this is that I didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye. She parted and left a hole in my life. My sister called me to tell me she had passed away, but I knew deep inside me she was there with me, very close, protecting me from all harm. This feeling of closeness didn't make me feel sad. In the contrary, I think I felt capable of facing anything life can bring. I now have her unconditionally by my side, doing what she knew best, guide me through whatever may come. No matter what the situation was, Mommy always had a positive attitude and smile towards life. As my role model, I was always delighted whenever she had advice for me. She was always there for my sisters and me when we needed. I will miss her more than words can say. I'm glad we got to spend so much time together and create such an unbreakable bond. I will miss her dearly and never forget her. Her memory will live in all of us forever. She is a true hero, worthy of our admiration and grief.